up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the content that is going to be coming to College Football Ultimate Team tomorrow, what it means for you and your specific squad, and is it worth buying cards? Is it worth selling cards? Where are you guys at as far as your squad is concerned? Now, I do want to start out by saying this, since I did upgrade with Team Chems, I probably won't be selling as much this season. And it has everything to do with just the fact that, I want to win this season. I want to get Luke Lachey nearly every single weekend. And so that's kind of my main priority. Now, for you guys, obviously that might not have as many coins. That might not have as good of a team. It might be a just slightly different. Still, obviously, you want to be smart with your coins. Still, you don't want to just, waste your coins. But it all depends on your ultimate goal. Now, that's just kind of, what my brief statement on what I think you guys should do, where you guys should prioritize, or what you guys should be prioritizing, all of those things. Now, tomorrow is going to be, I lose track of days as much as anybody else, but tomorrow we are going to be on our Friday drop. We're going to get the Heisman hopefuls drop coming to the game. Now, here's what I will say. With the Heisman moments, no, it is Heisman hopefuls. Yes, Heisman moments comes on Sunday. So with the Heisman hopefuls, here's what you are looking at. Here's what you guys did see last Friday. You saw Verse. You saw a bunch of these 91 overalls as well. Now, a lot of these cards are cards I personally really like. Like even the 89 Chris Paul Jr., I love him. Shanks, I love him. Even a guy like Ricky White III, he's an absolute beast if you got him. Nolan, one of the, probably the best defensive tackle in the entire game. Those guys are going to go way down in price come tomorrow. Now, I don't think we'll see an overall boost, anything like that. However, they're going to be flying out of packs in a big time way with the new Heisman hopefuls promo. Now, with that being said, what should you guys do as far as this is concerned? Should you guys be selling some of your cards? Here's my approach to things. I would right now, if you have any of these 91 overalls, sell them. Ricky White III is going to go way down in price come tomorrow. There's nobody that's going to convince me that he's going to be 281,000 coins tomorrow. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Defensive tackle Nolan. I love this card. There's no way he's going to be 345,000 coins tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. And so even for me, after I get done playing today, I'll probably go through and sell my Walter Nolan. Same thing with Jabbar Muhammad. These guys are going to go way, way, way down in price. And there are definitely cards that I would sell if I were you guys. And I know a lot of you guys don't like buying, selling cards. I don't really either, but it is smart to do. Now, as far as these 89 overall, Shanks is already pretty low in price. Now, as far as Rocco Spindler, he is pretty high in price right now. So if you have any of this card, I would probably get rid of him. Shanks, I don't really know about because he's already, pretty low in price. So if you have him, you might as well hold on to him for 50,000 coins. It's kind of my brief opinion on him. As far as the defense side of the ball, Chris Paul Jr. for 100,000, he's going to go down in price. Tysheem Johnson is going to go down in price. And so if you do have these Heisman hopeful cards and are looking to possibly get some coins back, I would sell them. So even for me, and I know I've applied some chemistries to these cards, but like a Chris Paul Jr., I would sell if I were you guys. Even the Shanks card, I probably would go through and sell because those guys are going to lose a lot of value. Now, outside of that, even Walter Nolan, I think he's an absolute beast. I'd sell it. I do believe his price probably is slightly going to drop tomorrow. And so that's kind of how you guys can get ahead of the market if you guys want to put yourself in a really good position heading into this content drop. Because right now, if you look at the overall market right now, I think, it's kind of in a position where it went down on Sunday, and since then, it's kind of went up slowly in a big time way. Let's even just look at the tight end position, for example, with a guy like Hunter Henry, right? Hunter Henry was right at 100,000 coins a few days ago. Now he's 123. All of these cards and their prices have just slowly risen over the past couple of days. You could say the same thing even at the quarterback position. These cards have Jameis Winston coming out on Sunday really hurt that value, but they've kind of stayed the same. The cornerback position, a guy like McCoy has went down in price, but the rest of the guys really haven't dropped. Will Lee III is still pretty expensive for no reason. Travis Hunter is still pretty expensive. I think McCoy is a great pickup for his personal or his specific price right now at 185. But as far as the rest of the cards, I mean, I'm not super high on them. So that's kind of my position on things. Is it a good time to buy cards, sell cards? Really depends. Like I said, if we get a cornerback tomorrow, we'll see a lot of these prices continue to drop. But like, a lot of these prices don't really make sense. Even at the strong safety position, this is a guy in Stroman who is really good, but his prices stayed relatively high because we have not seen a new strong safety in the game. So the market is kind of in a weird position right now. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? I really wouldn't say it's either of them, but I would say this. If you have any of these Heisman hopeful cards, it is a great time to get rid of them right now before the market does ultimately crash come tomorrow. So if you do want to build your squad, I would, pick up these stories of the week cards. They have slowly went down in price, these rising the ranks cards, and you guys can look at exactly what their prices are like right now. But they have been coming out of packs at a pretty high level, pretty high rate, and they have went way down in price. Like Sawyer Robertson for 54,000 coins is an instant buy. This free safety right here for 44,000 in Seigel, I mean, you're not going to find a much better value card in the entire game. And so if I'm you guys trying to build a squad, those are the cards that I'm picking up right now, because those cards are not going to lose a bunch of value heading into tomorrow. Like, they're not. Those cards are not going to be pulled that much anymore. Or even this card. I mean, I'm not even the biggest fan of this guy, but for 135,000 coins, I mean, I feel like he's a must pickup. And that's just my personal opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me, but for 135, I think he is the best right tackle in the game, and so I'm not going to hesitate a whole bunch. And so right now, I think it's a good time if you do want to buy cards to buy the rising the ranks cards. I think they're relatively cheap in price, or not super expensive in price, and so that's what I'm looking at for you guys. Even McCoy for 185, I don't think is a bad value at all either. So if you are looking to pick up cards, those are the guys that I would definitely recommend. And even these 89 overalls are relatively cheap in price. So yes, tomorrow you probably will see a slight crash in the Heisman hopefuls drop. It's obviously, I don't know why these things are so out of order. It makes things so difficult for me. But should see a slight drop for guys like Spindler, for guys even on the offensive side of the ball like a Ricky White. So definitely would sell these cards right now. Not a buyer's market whatsoever for those cards until tomorrow. So definitely keep that in the back of your mind. Jabbar Muhammad, Walter Nolan, Ricky White III are the main three guys that I would sell if I were you guys. Now, as far as these 88, 89s, again, the right guard, forget his name, Rocco. Definitely get rid of him for 100,000 coins. Hard to pass up that. He's going for the same price as a 91 overall that came out a couple of days ago. Doesn't really add up. Chris Paul Jr., Tysheen Johnson, those are guys that I would definitely get rid of if I were you guys. Like I said, for me, I'm kind of building my squad right now. It's kind of just opposite of what maybe I should be doing. But with my team chemistry thing, it's just something that I'm personally doing right now. So gonna put the Oregon team chemistry on him. Another great player to add to my specific squad as I continue to grind champs as well as into the gauntlet this weekend. Let me know your thoughts on the market, where it's at right now, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.